live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Good evening, you're joining with the 9 p.m. news bulletin of the most prestigious channel of Sri Lanka. Bringing you your top stories for tonight, I am Lakshita Dirisinghe.
A very good evening indeed. I'm Sharifa Tahir. Let's take a look at the headlines. Investigation units to curb corruption and irregularities in local government institutions. A fertilizer racket by a mega businessman of Polonnaruwa unearthed. President says the responsibility of newly appointed diplomats is to convey Sri Lanka's ongoing political transformation to the international community. An amount of 25 million rupees from the budget to establish a chartered mass media institution. 26 vehicles of the President's office auctioned. An insurance scheme for minors. 21 persons reported dead in an expressway accident in Mexico. We now move on to those and other stories in detail, taking a look at local news first. President Anurakkumara Dissanayake has approved the establishment of dedicated anti-corruption investigation units within provincial councils and local government institutions aiming to combat corruption and administrative inefficiencies.
The decision follows a request by provincial governors during a high-level discussion held at the Presidential Secretariat today. Persistent obstacles in upgrading provincial infrastructure such as road networks, healthcare facilities and utility services were also discussed. The President pledged to implement practical solutions to address these challenges and urged governors to prioritize projects that deliver tangible benefits to citizens. The discussion also highlighted that provincial councils have received 3 times the financial allocations compared to the previous fiscal year. However, governors raised concerns regarding delays and bureaucratic hurdles in utilizing these funds efficiently. In response, President Dissanayake directed officials to streamline procedures and adopt results-oriented mechanisms to accelerate infrastructure development. The meeting was attended by several senior officials, including Secretary to the President Dr. Nandika Sanatkumar Nayaka and Senior Additional Secretary to the President Kapila Janaka Bandara.
Executive Director of the Institute for Democratic Reforms and Electoral Studies, Manjula Gajanayaka, says that the political party or the independent group with a majority of councillors must be assisted by everyone to establish power in local government institutions. He made these remarks at a media briefing held today regarding local government elections. Executive Director of the Institute for Democratic Reforms and Electoral Studies, Manjula Gajanayaka, said that there is only a basics concept in local administration which has to contest as a single group. He pointed out that the Colombo Municipal Council has been secured by the National People's Power, whereas a large number of local government institutions have been secured by other political parties. Whenever they have secured a clear majority, more than 50%, the concerned political party or the independent group can establish power in those local government institutions. In case of any uncertainty where they have secured less than 50% of votes, on such occasions where a single political party has secured victory or obtained a majority in a division, that will be the lifeline of mixed proportional representation system. Wherever a particular political party has secured a majority, they must have the freedom to establish power in those local government institutions. If a coalition is formed by a political party with a single councillor opposed, no function will be possible for any political party or independent group during the entire tenure of 4 years, since there will be only a struggle for survival in them.
Parliamentarian Chandana Sooriyarachi says that although certain opposition groups rejected by the people try to establish power in the local government institutions, National People's Power will establish their administrations in all 266 local government institutions won by them. He made these remarks at Kosgama today to the media. Parliamentarian Chandana Sooriyarachi said that former President Ranil Wickremesinghe is trying to establish power in certain local government institutions with the help of certain groups. The government has no problems in this regard, but the people have given a clear message during the local government elections held recently. He pointed out that with the help of one UNP councillor post and 3 or 4 SJB and SLPP councillor posts, the opposition is trying to establish power in these institutions, which is practically not possible. This also can be termed as a futile effort by the opposition, since the NPP has secured a clear majority.
President Anurakkumara Dissanayake says it is the responsibility of ambassadors to convey Sri Lanka's ongoing political transformation to the international community and to elevate the country's image on the global stage. The President made these remarks during a meeting held today with the newly appointed state diplomats assigned to foreign service. The meeting was held at the Presidential Secretariat. President Dissanayake instructed the diplomats to pay special attention to the welfare of Sri Lankans living abroad. The President emphasized that all citizens must be treated fairly and equally without any discrimination when providing consular services. He stressed that Sri Lankan missions abroad should serve as a home for Sri Lankans and urged diplomats to carry out their duties efficiently in service to the nation. President Dissanayake reiterated that expanding opportunities to attract foreign direct investment and identifying new market opportunities for entrepreneurs operating in Sri Lanka are also core responsibilities of the diplomatic service. PM Colonne has been appointed as the High Commissioner to India, while Rear Admiral Fred Senaviratne has been appointed as the High Commissioner to Pakistan. SDNU Senadira is the new High Commissioner to the United Kingdom, while former Chief Justice Jayantha Jayasuriya has been appointed as the permanent representative to the United Nations in New York. R.M. Mahinda Ratnayake has been appointed as the ambassador to Cuba, while Professor P. Janakakumara has been appointed as the ambassador to Japan. Professor Arusha Kure is the new ambassador to the United Arab Emirates.
Meanwhile, 7 newly appointed foreign ambassadors to Sri Lanka presented their credentials to President Anurakkumara Dissanayake today at the Presidential Secretariat. Mariano Agustin Casino has been appointed as the ambassador of Argentina in Sri Lanka. The new ambassador of Zimbabwe is Stellano Como. Ruven Javier Azar presented his credentials as the new ambassador of Israel in Sri Lanka. Nina P. Kringlet received her appointment as the ambassador of the Philippines in Sri Lanka. The new ambassador of Tajikistan in Sri Lanka is Lukmon Bobo Kalanzoda. Ratmeni presented her credentials as the ambassador of Cambodia in Sri Lanka. The new ambassador of Denmark in Sri Lanka is Rasmus Christensen. Minister of Foreign Affairs, Foreign Employment and Tourism Vijitha Herath along with the Secretary to the President Dr. Nandika Sanath Kumarnaike were also present at the occasion.
Minister Dr. Nalinda Jatisa says 25 million rupees have been allocated from this year's budget to establish a chartered mass media institute. The minister made these remarks during a discussion on issues pertaining to mass media field and future measures held today with media-related organizations. The discussion was held at the Mass Media Ministry Auditorium. Representatives from 21 organizations related to mass media were present for this meeting. Further discussions were held on the solutions to resolve issues pertaining to improve the knowledge base of the journalists and present proposals in this regard. Minister Dr. Nalinda Jathisa said that future steps will be taken in accordance to the consensus of the media organizations. He said they are expecting to draft a responsible policy targeting the future generations. He pointed out that there is no institute in place to attest a standard for the programs which are underway in the country for journalists. The minister emphasized that even though anyone with a phone or a camera could report or share a news instantly, there is no entity to take up responsibility for the impact they may cause on the society. He said that through a proper mechanism, a standard for journalists and their content can be set. He added that the outcome of such standard can be reaped in the future in favor of the media industry, which exemplifies the need for an institute.
The orderly investigation conducted by the Department of Motor Traffic regarding the bus accident occurred at Ramboda area in Kothmale has been concluded according to the department. Meanwhile, the government analyst inspected the ill-fated bus today. The officials of the committee appointed by the Commissioner General of Motor Traffic in order to investigate the ill-fated bus initiated a proper investigation today at the Kothmale police station under the leadership of the Assistant Commissioner of Motor Traffic Department, Aruna Basilegama. The report of the completed investigation will be handed over to the Nuwara Magistrates Court in the future. Meanwhile, the government analyst YMUS Bandara also inspected the bus at Kothmale Police. Recording of statements from the passengers in this accident was also done. According to the Ceylon Petroleum Storage Terminals Limited, about 13,000 litres of petrol has been spilled when a bowser transporting fuel from Kolonnawa to Valimada overturned. The fuel leakage of the bowser, which occurred in rainy weather, has flown down to Upper Kothmale Reservoir, according to reports. A university student lost his life in an accident occurred at Asangili Kanadarawa area in Medavachia. The deceased has been identified as a 24-year-old youth, a resident of Baduralia. According to the police, another injured student is undergoing treatment at the Medavachia hospital.
The second phase of the auction to sell 26 luxury and decommissioned vehicles owned by the Presidential Secretariat was successfully concluded today, with the auction taking place as scheduled. All vehicles to be sold are manufactured within the last 10 years, and the bidding process for these concluded yesterday. Accordingly, one BMW car, 2 Ford Everest SUVs, 1 Hyundai Terracan SUV, 2 Land Rover SUVs, 1 Mitsubishi Montero, 3 Nissan Patrol vehicles, 2 Nissan brand cars, 1 Porsche Cayenne, 5 SsangYong Rexton SUVs, 1 Toyota Land Cruiser Sahara, 6 V8 vehicles and 1 Mitsubishi Rosa air-conditioned bus were included in the auction today. Under the first phase of the Presidential Secretariat's luxury vehicle auction, 6 vehicles and vehicle spare parts that were previously decommissioned from 14 luxury vehicles were auctioned. With the aim of reducing government expenditure and promoting fiscal responsibility, a decision was taken to auction the vehicles belonging to the Presidential Secretariat. In the previous auction, 15 vehicles of various types, including 9 Defender Jeeps, were sold. These vehicles were not provided to the regular staff of the Presidential Secretariat but were used by the advisors and staff appointed by the former President under Article 41(1) of the Constitution during his term of office.
A place where a large-scale businessman sold fertilizer at a higher price by using forged labels in Siripura town, Polonnaruwa, has been unearthed when Deputy Minister of Housing Development T.B. Sarath, accompanied by a group of others, visited the area to inspect the store. The investigation unit of Polonnaruwa division has been able to recover a large number of fertilizer bags of various varieties with forged labels, along with 3 vehicles which were hidden in 2 household gardens near the store. It has been revealed that these illegal businessmen had mixed ammonia fertilizer with substandard fertilizer obtained at a rate of 5,000 rupees, has sold a bag of mixed fertilizer at a rate of 13,650 rupees each. Fertilizer packed in this manner has been distributed at Dehiyattakandiya, Valikamda, Aralagangwila, Hinguraguda, Siripura and all throughout Polonnaruwa district. A manager and 11 other employees of this fertilizer center have been taken into custody in connection with this incident. Police has been able to take into custody 1,556 bags of mixed and processed fertilizer, 4 lorries and a large number of equipment used in the preparation of forged labels. Meanwhile, Dehiyattakandiya police has recovered a stock of substandard fertilizer in an operation conducted at Navamedagama area during the noon today. The raid has been conducted according to an information received by Ampara District Parliamentarian Muthu Ranwatta of National People's Power and the chief organizer of the party at Dehiyatta Kandiya, Nishanta Kumar, and a group of others by the Dehiyatta Kandiya police.
Well, we'll be back with more local stories after a break.
Prima Kottumi, Fantamai.
Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
And in more local stories, Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa says plans are in place to begin recruitment for nurses training and expecting to increase the number of nurses in the system to 60,000.
The minister made these remarks while taking part in a ceremony held to commemorate the 250th birth anniversary of Florence Nightingale, the pioneer of modern nursing. The event was held with the participation of Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya. The ceremony was held under the theme of Our Nurses, Our Future, Investing in Nursing Strengthens the Economy. The magazine Nursing, which highlights the nursing profession, was also presented to Prime Minister. Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya said that when she spoke to several nurses at Kampala and Peradeniya hospitals and it became clear about the hardships faced by the nurses, one nurse said she had worked 2 consecutive night shifts. When the Prime Minister had asked about her family, she said she barely has time to think about them. This is the level of sacrifice they make in service. Dr. Amarasuriya had added that, and the Premier said that they are not operating within a perfect system, but in the midst of rebuilding a broken one. Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa said that this year the government is facilitating the recruitment of 3,147 nurses. He said that they are also recruiting 305 nurses from among those who have completed their training but are yet to be officially appointed. All these recruitments are based on the recommendations of Public Service Commission and the Prime Minister's Office Vacancy Committee. He said that currently there are 40,000 nurses in the system and that we plan to increase this number to 60,000.
Assistant Tea Commissioner in charge of Central and Sabargamuwa provinces, Sanjeeva Lakshman, says that the annual tea exports of the country, which was on a decline earlier, is gradually approaching the margin of 300 million kilograms annually by now. According to him, it will be possible to meet the targets in a short time span. He made this observation participating in the New Tea Festival to offer the first part of the tea harvest after the Sinhala and Tamil New Year festive season to the Rajopavanarama Historic Bodhiya at Gatambe in Kandy. The tea harvest was declared, or rather decreased, due to the shortage of fertilizer, unfavorable weather conditions and other reasons during recent times, where the export of tea has been decreased to 280 million kilograms. The Commission explained that an amount of 350 million kilograms of tea was exported previously. He further said that since there is a proper supply of fertilizer and with the availability of favorable weather conditions, a gradual increase has been shown in the tea harvest.
An insurance system has been introduced for those who are engaged in mining industry by the Agricultural and Agrarian Insurance Board. Chairman of the Agricultural and Agrarian Insurance Board, Pemasiri Jasingha Rachi, says that they can join the insurance scheme by paying an amount of 2,000 rupees to those who are engaged in the mining industry. An opportunity to contribute to the insurance system through the head office and district offices is also available. According to the chairman, the relevant information can be obtained by dialing the hotline number 1918. Chairman of the Agricultural and Agrarian Insurance Board, Pemasiri Jasingha Rachi, said that considering the recent past, those who are engaged in mining activities has decreased sharply, and the Agricultural and Agrarian Insurance Board decided to introduce an insurance system for them. Various programs are underway across the country commemorating the Vesak festival.
Reports have indicated that a large number of people can still be seen observing, visiting these Vesak zones. Vesak Betigi Sarani, in line with the Buddha Rashmi Vesak zone in Colombo, was held at the Presidential Secretariat premises yesterday. The event was held with the participation of Speaker Dr. Jagat Vikramaratne and Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amrasoria. Several artists and the police troupe for Betigi presented devotional songs at this event yesterday. Accordingly, the program will come to a close today. The Buddha Rashmi Vesak zone is jointly organized by Hunupitiya Gangarama Temple, Colombo, Presidential Secretariat and the Prime Minister's Office. Short eats and ice cream dancers near the Presidential Secretariat will be continued until tomorrow for those visiting Colombo to experience the Vesak festivities. Ceylon Biscuits Limited organized its Vesak zone under the theme Pivituru Vandana. The zone was organized centering the Pannipitiya main office. The zone is consisted of various activities including a digital pandal, lanterns and dansals. An intriguing dansala has been organized by the Motor Traffic Department in line with the Vesak festival. This dansala, which is taking place in front of the Motor Traffic Department premises Narayanpeta, will also be held tomorrow. The dansala has been titled as Tune Up. There is a notion that some vehicles often fail to comply with the existing carbon emission standards. With the intention to reject such notions, this dansala was organized for the third occasion by the Emission Trust Fund Project Office with the objective to promote the idea of tuning up vehicles in the right way using appropriate techniques and to discard such notions. Tuning up motorcycles and three-wheelers was carried out free of charge at the dansala. The Vesak zone in Badal Kumbura Vellavaya was held with the participation of a large crowd. It was organized with the support of Badal Kumbura Divisional Secretariat, the police, schools and Dhamma school students and residents of the area. Lanterns, Betagi displays, dancers were among noteworthy items at the zone. The Vesak zone, organized for the first time by the Dayaka Sabha of Sri Jnanodaya Pirivena in Maravila Halpanvila, will be held until the 19th. It was organized under the guidance of Chief Incumbent of the temple, Venerable Velivihere Sirinivasa Thera. Vesak lanterns, dancers as well as a replica of the Sri Padaya can also be witnessed at the zone.
Youth Guild Sports Club in Pahalamillate, Kirindavila produced the largest lantern this year as well. The height of the lantern is 57 feet with more than 220 accompanying lanterns. This lantern depicts the period of self-mortification endured by the Lord Buddha before enlightenment. The lantern will be on public display until the 24th. Barakapala Sinhala Traders Association presented its Vesak Pandal for the 15th occasion. The pandal will be exhibited until the 17th and it depicts the Jataka story Rajavadaya. A rice dansala organized by the residents of Ambalangodala, Vavaniya, was held overnight yesterday, symbolizing religious harmony. All communities of the area have come together to organize this dansala. It was inaugurated by Deputy Minister Upali Samarasinghe. Kumara Enterprises in Gangapeda Road, Vavala Piliyandala, presented a Vesak lantern accompanied with 50 other lanterns. This lantern will be exhibited until the 18th. People have the opportunity this year to experience the Vesak Pandal displayed at the Sri Shaila Rama Viharaya in Sivaralmulla Gampaha. This pandal has been constructed for the 28th occasion. The pandal depicts the Jataka story of Guttila and illuminated with 35,000 bulbs. The light displays have been created by Chief Incumbent Venerable Pandaravala Saradathera and the artwork has been completed by Randit Piyasoma. The pandal will be exhibited until the 19th. A child in grade 4 at Padya Palala Primary School has built a pandal. The pandal, constructed by Nadika Nethpura Abesekara, depicts the Satta Kumbha Jatakaya. A round of begging alms by Buddhist monks marking the Vesak week was held today with the support of the Royal College, Colombo. It was organized by College Buddhist Society. Vesak Bathigi Saranya, organised by the Sri Sugata Dharmayatanaya in Mount Lavinia, was held at the temple premises. It was organised under the guidance of Chief Incumbent Venerable Morakattiare Sumanananda Thera, and the devotional songs were presented by a group of students from Sri Vimalasiri Dhamma School. A vehicle parade was organised by Bo Malua Temple in Hidogama, Anuradhapura, and travelled across the surrounding villages commemorating the Vesak festival. A fish pun and coffee dance organised by the Nachatua Mosque was held in line with this programme. Professor Chamila Mettananda says many non-communicable diseases can be prevented by managing the high blood pressure productively. The professor, attached to the medical faculty of Kelaniya University, pointed out the importance in maintaining the lifestyle by reducing the risk of high blood pressure. Professor Chamila Mettananda said that if the blood pressure is not within the ranges of 140 and 90 as well as 160 and 100, such conditions can be improved within 3 months by making changes to the lifestyle. Firstly, she said that the intake of salt should be retained at normal level, as sodium-consistent salt could lead to high blood pressure. She added that salt with potassium, which can be found in banana, avocado and spinach, should be included in the dietary plan. The professor pointed out the importance in exercising and emphasized the need to engage in some exercise for at least half an hour a day and at least 5 times a week. She then pointed out the importance of maintaining the weight according to the height. She added that a female should have the waist size below 80 centimeters and for male it should be below 95 centimeters. The professor emphasized that smoking should be completely prohibited and reduce the alcohol intake. She then said that firstly, people should monitor their blood pressure levels. Secondly, the lifestyle should be adjusted for a healthy pattern. And thirdly, if the blood pressure is still high amidst the healthy lifestyle, then such patients should take necessary medication in an effort to control the blood pressure level. The professor pointed out that people who are under medication for high blood pressure should not stop taking the medicine in an effort to control the blood pressure levels. She also said that by taking medicine on time, it could prevent any renal diseases as well. Well, that's it on local stories. We'll be back with news overseas.
Prima Kottumi, Fanta.
And in foreign news, at least 21 people have been killed in a road accident in central Mexico.
The crash involved a tanker truck, a bus and a van on the country's highway. The three-vehicle crash occurred on the highway between Coacnopalan and Oaxaca in Puebla State this morning, and 18 people had died at the scene while another 3 had died later in hospital. Local reports have indicated that the crash took place when a cement truck attempted to overtake a van. When crossing into the opposite lane, the truck hit a bus and then collided with a transport van head-on before tumbling into the ravine below and bursting into flames. Several others have been injured from accident and receiving medical attention. Moving on to sports news now, the Sri Lankan boxers failed to qualify in the 4th day of the Under-22 Asian Youth Boxing Championship.
Tomorrow is the 5th day of the tournament and other 5 boxers are set to represent Sri Lanka in the boxing ring. The tournament is underway at the Sugatadasa Indoor Stadium in Colombo. Shermin Gafoor was the first to compete today representing Sri Lanka. He competed in the 67 kg weight class. However, he was defeated by a Tajikistan boxer. Saseka Nanayakara, who competed in the 60 kg weight class in the women's round, was also defeated by a Kyrgyzstan boxer. 14 matches in the preliminary round are set to take place tomorrow. Sri Lanka's medal hope Umayanga Mihiran is set to compete tomorrow in the 51 kg weight class. The tournament will be live telecast on ChannelEye. And that's all the stories for tonight. Do join us tomorrow for more of the very latest. Until then, good night.
Good night.